What's good, y'all? My name is Dylan Green, and this is Real Notes, a space dedicated to blurring the cultural and artistic lines between rap and film. I'm here to chop it up with everyone from rappers and producers to journalists and video directors about their relationship to movies and how, if at all, film inspires their craft. My last guest of season 2 is DC-based rapper-producer WifiGawd. We spoke about Tubi's exhaustive selection of hood classics, the Sticky Fingaz rap opera, the impact of movies like Beat Street and Princess Mononoke, the pros and cons of civil rights movies, his love for martial arts movies, his earliest concert memories, producing for himself versus producing for others, and the creative process behind several of his best songs of the year. Come fuck with us. And I never get over how like loud and jarring that like recording in progress is. It's
So, wow.
What's cracking, everybody? Welcome back. This is the I didn't say this before, and I meant to say it before, but it's season finale time. We finally made it to the end of the year. This is like, yeah, man. This is it's been a crazy, happy, sad, wild, just wild fucking year in a lot of different ways. You know, shit's scary right now, but shit can also be pretty sweet, depending on where you look at it. You know, there was fun and horror and fucking just dumb ratchet shit all over. And you know, we're all just here to take in what we can, and I'm just happy we all made it through. My name is Dylan Green, CineMasai. Got a lot of names, do a lot of shit. It's finally starting to cool down. This is the last y'all are gonna hear from me before the end of January. So yeah, we had to bring in somebody special for this shit, you know. Fucking you know, I've been fucking with my man for probably about like a year and a half at this point, but we connected earlier this year. We were just talking about it off camera, and fucking he had a crazy year, y'all. Fucking rapper and producer, DC's finest, fucking streetwear snob. At least he used to be. I don't know if he still is now, but
Cool.
That's hilarious. But bro, we got WifiGawd in the fucking building. You know, like I'm not gonna sit here and list all the shit he dropped, but Chain of Command has been in rotation like crazy. He's had, like I said, incredible year. Fucking like lots of bro. Thank you so much. Like this is the special one. So I'm happy you're here. Like,
I appreciate you
yeah.
having me.
Yeah, man. Nah, it's like it just made perfect sense. You're somebody I've been meaning to ask for a while to come on. Anyway, we finally linked in person at the show you played in Brooklyn. Chain of Command joint. That shit was crazy, bro.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, no, that was such a beautiful night. Like so many good people came out, and just like such a good show, and like,
yeah, that was a good night
man.
for show. That show was pretty fun.
Yeah, man. Like I like it's been so long since I've been in the pit, and like that was one of the only shows I went to this year. I was like, maybe I need to go fuck around in the pit this time. I didn't, but I wasn't feeling it 100% just because whatever that night. But either way, show was tight, you know.
Definitely.
Hell yeah. So yeah, nah, thank you for coming through to fucking talk movies and music and shit. There's a lot. I feel like there's a lot to dig in. You seem like a you seem like a nigga who watches a lot of shit. So
it's hard to decipher how much shit I rewatch it for real.
Damn. So all right. So let me ask you the same question I ask everybody who comes on here. What was the last movie or TV show you watched that you had a strong opinion about?
Like recent shit. Like,
yeah, it could be whatever. It could be like the last thing that you saw. It could be old, new. You could have loved it. You could have hated it. You could have been like, just as long as it's like a something that
some hood shit I just watched on Tubi that made me want to make my own movie, to be honest.
Word?
I can't even remember what it's called. It might have been 211, but it was a hood ass movie on Tubi that was like, I can make my own movies, but deep opinions about a movie. I ain't seen a movie like that in a long time. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Damn.
Maybe Soylent Green, like 2 years ago type shit. But yeah, that was a while ago when I watched that.
Right. Well, before we get to that, talk to me about this 211, Joan. I'm kind of interested. I've never heard of
It's
it,
the
but like,
hood movie, bro. Like right now on Tubi, it's like hella hood movies, and then all them bitches is fire, low budget as fuck, classic hood stories, betrayal, money, plugs, hoes, cool shit. You know what I'm
deception.
saying?
Yeah, no, totally. I've been hearing that Tubi got the crazy shit. I haven't tapped in yet,
Yeah,
like to that level. But like, you're like the second or third person I've had on here who's been like, yeah, I'm fucking with Tubi. So
it's so funny shit.
nah, bro, that's real. Like, I just um I mean, like, since we're here, I gotta ask you, like, do you have a favorite hood movie? I feel like everybody has like one or two favorite hood movies. Like, what was the one that like you first recognized as like, this is the one type shit?
Like not including Friday, right?
I mean, you could include Friday if you want. It's up
Nah,
to
we
you.
we
Like,
it's like all time. That's the greatest hood movie of all time. So we're gonna have to take that joint out the conversation
I
and
feel it.
be like Three Strikes, which is also
Mm,
DJ Pooh movie, or ATL. I
right.
love ATL. I'm not gonna lie. That's
Yeah.
another classic hood movie for me. Probably, I mean, Friday, undisputed, all time greatest hood movie. Take
Yeah.
a conversation, it would be Three Strikes or ATL for me personally.
That's hard. Like, see,
We
three
saying
strikes is
hood
when,
movie, not gangster movie, right?
right. Yeah, there's a
Big difference.
difference. There's definitely a
Big difference.
difference.
So yeah,
Right.
Three Strikes is fire because it's like funny as shit, good cast, good soundtrack, classic like hood shit, like very relatable hood shit. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Damn. Shit. I seen Three Strikes like once when
it's
I was
rare.
like real
It's
young.
rare.
Yeah, like that's a Three Strikes is a deep cut. Like,
It
even if
is
it is DJ Pooh, like, that's like, you got to know some shit to know about Three Strikes. Like,
for sure, for sure. It's a rare jump.
yeah, I'm looking at the cast again. Faison Love and fucking Monique are in this shit. I think
Yeah.
Monique's in this, right? Monique in this movie?
Maybe, maybe.
Let me see. Nah, nah, no. Oh, wait, nah, yeah, she is. Monique and Megan Good are in this movie. Damn,
Yeah.
man, I gotta go back and watch Three Strikes.
So
Um,
the classic right there.
yeah, no, it's just funny as hell. Yeah, fucking Faison Love, of course. You know, he's in everything that's good, or at least he was in everything that's good.
Back in the day.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah. You
keep
know,
there.
you've seen Bebe's Kids, I assume, right?
Of course.
Yeah,
Of
that's
course.
a fucking hood classic. That might be my
For
favorite.
sure.
Um,
Damn.
yeah, it might be my favorite. It's
I'm
like
not mad
top
at
three.
that. I'm not mad at that. I can't argue with it. You know, it's a classic.
What's it called? Fucking that was Faison Love's first role in a movie ever. He played the Robin Harris dude.
Oh, he did as the voice, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, damn. I ain't never even I'm hearing that right now. Like that is him. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
nah,
rare.
I was thinking about it because like, when I saw the movie at first, like, I'll never forget. First time I saw it was at my aunt's house. I watched it with my cousins, and I didn't know who Robin Harris was. I was a kid, but like, as I got
Yeah.
older and I watched it more, I learned who he was, and like, like the fact that I think they put the movie out like 6 months after he passed, and he had
Yeah,
already made House
yeah.
Party at that point. So
Legend,
like,
legend, legend. One of my
yeah,
favorite comedians, if you keep it honest, his stand-up style is like my all-time favorite. It's like the heckler comedian. Like, oh, I see you walking in here, you ugly ass motherfucker. You think you gonna come in my shit?
yeah.
I love that type of shit. Like, oh, yeah, he got it, bro.
Yeah, bro, for real. Like, it was just so good. And just like, yeah, like, I looked it up one day and I was like, who's his voice? Because like, Robin Harris is already dead, and it turned out to be Faison Love. And I was like, whoa, like, because I had just seen him in Idlewild, the Outcast movies, one of my favorite movies of all time.
I love. I was just talking about that. That's the best musical.
It might be. It's up there for sure. Like,
It is. We're gonna call that a musical because that motherfucker. every other scene they motherfuckers singing and rapping and shit. Yeah,
Right.
I love that movie.
That was like right after. Well, it wasn't right after, but like Speaker Box of Love Below had already been out, and they
Right.
just put all the songs in there. There were like a handful
Then
of
they're
joints
like
from
the
the
visual concept for it, even with they like how they characters are and shit. Like
right, like
literally.
damn, just like like I saw that shit in the theater, and like I saw the trailer so many times because like when I first saw the trailer, I would like run it back like hella times because I was just like, this shit looks crazy. I was an Outkast
Yeah.
fan, so I was like, I was hooked. And like they did the song at the end where he's like playing the piano on the stage with all the dancers and shit,
Yeah.
and I like knew all the words. And my dad was, my dad was talking with my dad. He looked at me. And he's like, "How you know all these words?" And I was like, "I just seen the trailer like 80 times, so like I knew that one part." And I was just like, it was crazy. I love that fucking movie.
Yeah, I feel that.
Damn, like yeah, it's like a jukebox musical, like that. Oh man, I'm trying to think of others. The only one I could think of is there's this Broadway musical called Moving Out that was like all set to Billy Joel songs. Like it's
I
kind of like
don't know
that.
about that one. I don't know
It's
about that one.
it's not good. Like you know like it's not something that I like Jack or anything like that. But
Mhm.
like the Outcast movie is like it's like a musical kind of like how that is where they like center the plot around the songs,
Yeah,
you
for
know,
sure.
like type
I ain't
shit.
gonna lie, that's the worst genre of movies though. It's musicals.
I mean,
For sure.
it's
For sure. It's the worst
tell me
genre.
tell me why. Tell me why.
Because it's fucking annoying. Like I'm trying to watch a movie. I'm not trying to fucking be at a play and shit. Like shit is annoying. Like, and my sisters are like obsessed with that shit. My mom's
Yeah.
obsessed with that shit. That shit is whack as fuck.
Damn. I get it. I get it. It's like I like the good ones. I like the good ones. There's
Like
I
what?
haven't
Hustle and
like
Flow.
I don't know.
Eight Mile.
Hustle and Flow is not a musical, bro.
But it's a music movie.
It's a music movie. There's just like there's a difference between a hood film and a gangster film. There's a difference between a musical and a music movie. Like,
I'll give you that. I'll give you that.
yeah.
One jump. Common.
Which one?
Common.
What
The
about Common?
Beyonce jump. The
Oh,
Beyonce
yeah. Damn, the hip opera. Damn, yeah.
terrible.
Oh, that shit is hot ass, but I love it.
Terrible.
I love watching it. It's so bad, but
But
like they did it, and like I gotta respect it just because they like somebody thought to do it and they just did it. I don't know, like it's bad and like I'm like we didn't need it.
Nah, bro. I'm about to tell you the craziest movie ever, bro.
Tell me something.
The crazy. Oh, whoa. It is a crazy movie where a day in the life.
What about it? I don't think I know what that is. Hang on, I gotta look it up. Tell me about
It's
it.
a Sticky Fingaz movie, bro. It's so
Oh, no way,
it's the
son.
wild.
What do you?
They rapping the whole time. The whole movie is like
What the fuck?
rapping, and that is also a
Oh,
terrible musical.
oh shit! I've never heard of this. What
It's
the?
fucking wild.
He wrote and directed it too? Yo, you're nah. What do you
It's pretty
mean?
wild. My dad like had that shit back in the day. Don't ask why, but that
Yo,
shit.
I'm looking at this shit. Bokeem Woodbine, Michael Rappaport, Omar Epps, Mackay Pfeiffer, fucking Treach from Naughty by Nature. What the fuck? Yo, this is crazy.
They're all rapping every scene. So
Bro, this is wild.
that shit is a little bugged out. I ain't gonna. It's like an acid trip, damn near.
This is wild, bro. Nah, I need. I'm gonna find this later. The film was made in the rap opera genre and was filmed in Los Angeles.
That shit is bugged out, bro. I swear.
Oh no! You shouldn't have told me about this.
This shit is
This is
wild.
terrible. Son, they had Paige Kennedy doing songs for. Yeah, I gotta watch this. Oh, I gotta watch this. This sounds like a special kind of awful. Wow.
It's crazy, I swear to God. But like,
You just put me on. Thank you.
it
That's
make
crazy.
you want to watch it because it's so wild, bro. Like you gonna be like, what the fuck? Like you just gonna want to watch it because it's so wild. Like, yeah, type shit.
Bro, all right. Yeah, nah, that's you put me on. I'm gonna go find that shit later. I promise. I'm gonna tell you what I thought too. Like,
I don't know. I already know you're gonna feel like, what the fuck was this? But
yeah, I
thanks.
can't wait. I'm ready. Thank you. I'm ready. I'm ready. Son. So talk to me about the first movie experience you can remember having. Like it could be at the theater, it could be at your cousin's house,
Nah,
wherever.
that's in the crib. Cause look, I only had about, we ain't had no cable in the crib, so, and then we had like 5 movies, you know what I'm saying? And we just watch some same movies. One of them was Princess Mononoke, and I watched that shit like relentless.
That
The
movie's
other
hard.
one was Beat Street, and I just watched that shit relentless, like. And then I think like Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, and shit. Yeah, it was probably
What were the other two? You remember?
probably just random sharp, just kung fu movies. Like my pops
Mhm.
had like hella kung fu movies. Like, yeah, like he made me like, I end up fucking with kung fu movies like shit because we just had them in the crib, and I used to just watch some videos all the time and shit like that. So, but yeah, Beach Street is probably the most memorable movie I have from like my childhood. Like, I
Damn.
watched that bitch like 1,000 times.
What was it? What was it about Beach Street that got you like that? Because like Beach Street, Princess Mononoke, and what was the other one you said? I'm already blanking on it. Crouching Tiger. That's such a wild three-peat of like. Talk to me about Beach Street. Why Beach Street?
Shit, like it was so like hip hop, and like at the time, like it was hella like I had mad records in the crib. Like my folks was really like with that hip hop shit like that, you know. So I was like, this movie is so fire. Then I fucked with the character Leon and John. Like he was a young nigga, but he was him. Like, so I used to fuck with him on the jump, Rainbow with the spray paint and shit. Like that shit was like that to me. I was like, this shit fire. Like, and I just kept watching that shit. Like,
Damn,
so funny shit. Like
man.
the
Yeah,
scene
fucking Rick.
where they had the battle in the club, Crazy Legs in the jump. Like,
Yeah,
yeah, like,
yeah.
that was my shit. I just kept watching
Damn.
that shit. Yeah.
I forgot Radon Chong was in this movie. This is anybody who hasn't seen Beach Street.
Yeah.
It's like a classic. And like what's the other shit? The movie that's about Def Jam, but it's not really about Def Jam.
Crush Groove.
Um, Crush Groove. Boom. There we go. Thank you.
That was
Damn.
like my other shit for real. Like
Yeah.
I love Crush Groove. So I mean, but like I wouldn't put it up there with Beat Street, like how I was watching Beat Street. Like I'll watch Crush Groove like sometimes type shit. Like if I go to like my uncle house, they might have Crush Groove or something like that. Like,
Right.
yeah.
Nah, man, that shit is hard. Like those are like I'm still stuck on Beach Street, Mononoke, and Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. Like
Yeah.
before we move on, talk to me about because I'm a Miyazaki Studio Ghibli nut. So talk to
Oh,
me about
yeah.
Mononoke and like what was
Man, what?
yeah.
When I first seen that, that's like my I wouldn't say my introduction into like manga and anime and shit like that, but because I was already a Pokemon fan. So, but when I seen like Princess Mononoke, I was like, oh, what the fuck is this? Like, this shit hard. They get possessed by demons and shit. I'm like, yo, whoa, this is crazy. Fucking with the spirits and shit. It sound corny, like some nerd shit, but like as a young nigga, you see that shit, be like, this shit turned the fuck up, bro. Like,
Yeah.
that was like real turned up shit for me, like watching that type shit. Like,
Right. That shit tough. Like it's just like every
top notch animation. Like,
yeah.
I was like, this shit is so fire. And then that just became like we used to just watch that shit all the time.
Right. Like it's gorgeous. There's just like so much. There's so much shit going on with them, like running with the wolves and like and like protecting the environment. It's just like I don't know, bro. It's just beautiful. Like like it's like it's nerdy shit, but it's just real cool. Like, hey, bro.
Nerds should be fine though. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
But so yeah, that was my shit right there. I ain't gonna
Yeah.
like,
God damn.
as a young nigga, like I had to be like 5 or 6 or something like that. Like
watching people get their fucking arms and heads shot off, bro, with the arrow and shit. Like,
it's like he's a demon. Like, yeah,
take him out. Like,
yeah, that shit was fun.
Damn. So as you grew up and you started to experience more life and just like shit happened, was there a movie that you saw that kind of stopped you and like really touched you in a way that was more than just like, oh, this is entertaining, or like, oh, this is cool, like something that really made you like think on some shit? Well, like not even just think on some shit, but just like anything, just like you watched it and you were like, damn, like that shit like moved me,
Yeah, but like yeah. But kind of like, you know what I'm saying? Because like, I don't like any type civil rights movie or anything like that. I don't fuck with how they depict that shit. I don't fuck with that shit. But Spike Lee best movie. Yeah, yeah.
Come on, yeah.
So, I mean, but that was at the time where like we was already studying hella Malcolm X quotes and like literature and shit like that. So the movie was just more like an eye opener, I guess. Not really like, yeah, I ain't really get like emotionally like swayed by any movie that much for real. Besides like kung fu movies, because I love a good like hero epic. I like epic shit. Like I'm not like movies that be like, oh my God, like this shit changed my life. Like, nah. Like only real shit could change my life. That's what I feel like. But like movies, I love to get inspired by movies type shit. Yeah.
Man, there's a couple things I want to ask you about that. A, the fact that like there are a lot of civil rights movies that depict us in like all types of crazy ways. But what was it about? What happened?
Yeah, I was just saying I don't fuck with those movies.
It's a tough rope to walk, like it's like real hard, but like there's like a handful I could think of that I really, like there's like a lot of classics, like Malcolm X is obviously one of them. There was a period of time where I loved that Selma movie, the one about Martin Luther King when it came out, but I like, it's whatever. It did what it needed to do, but it's not like in my heart like that, type shit. But
that Joe.
And then Common and John Legend made the song, and I was like, yeah, maybe I don't need this.
Get off that movie for real. Like,
but what was it about Malcolm X? Because like Malcolm X is like a special one to me, like like, and it's crazy because Malcolm X is also an epic. Like that's a movie that takes place over the course of like 20 years. You get his whole life. You get up to the point where he gets they run up on him at the meeting, like, and they like heavily imply that the NOI took him out, which I still think the NOI took him out, but that's neither here nor there. What was it about that movie that you fuck with?
I mean, it's a great movie. I mean, the story, everybody already knew the story. We already knew about Detroit Red and all that before the movie was even made type shit. So, seeing it like that shit was just a good movie. Like Spike Lee's best movie. So the shit that Spike Lee do with his lighting and the hazy camera work and all that was the best in Malcolm X. And then like on his way to the speech at the end, it's one of the coldest scenes like ever. They got the Sam Cooke in the background. Like that shit is crazy. Like and he
Yeah.
already knew he's seeing the lady in traffic and shit. Like, yeah, that's his best work right there. So
Yeah.
that's why.
The thing. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Oh, you good.
The thing I always loved about it, there's like that tracking shot that's like him. It's not a tracking shot, but it's like they got him standing on the dolly and he's like not actually walking, but he's like moving up the street because like
Yeah,
he does that in every one of his
yeah,
movies,
yeah,
and
yeah. I
like
love that. I
that
love
shit is so cold. Like
Yeah, he fine with the aesthetics and shit like that. So
for sure. You what's it called? You had read y'all had read the autobiography by that point?
I ain't read that full jump, and I never lied to a nigga and be like, I read the full jump. I was supposed to, but I was cheating, nigga. Like I read this whole jump, bro. God damn.
Yeah,
But
I
yeah,
feel you.
I passed all the exams that I needed it for. With it wasn't like school exams or nothing like that. It was like some community based shit. So.
Oh, word?
Yeah. So some DC Pan African shit. So
So, I knew you grew up with Rastas, but I didn't realize that you were like in the Pan Africanism like that. What was that like for a bit? We don't got to dwell on it too much, but I'm real interested in that.
I mean, it is what it is. Rich culture, you know what I'm saying? Rich culture. You just around a bunch of enlightened people instead of like your normal day to day people, like where you try and hold a conversation about, uh, Black Power or anything, and they try and think you on some Hotep funny style shit. It wasn't
Yeah,
like that. That's basically what it was like. Just growing up with like real love for our people, not like no goofy shit. That's all.
right.
You just get like me and my homie was just talking about it. We just gain knowledge of self more than people out here trying to find it right now, and they like 20s and 30s and shit. We
Yeah.
found it like we was taught that shit. What young niggas like 5, 6, 7. You know, so
That's just so priceless. Like I'm so like you're like I'm mixed, and my dad did a lot to ensure us that he's like, you're Black, like know your history, know
yeah,
these people, like you don't got to let anybody tell you that you're not Black, like that's you, like
yeah,
it's
so
so like it's I wasn't like rolling in like Pan-African communities at that point,
yeah.
but I knew enough, and like kind of gain knowledge of self, like you said, and just kind of came to understand who I am in this world. And that
That's all.
shit is so
That's literally all it's
right,
about at the end of the day.
right. Like,
And when motherfuckers try and make it more than that, like y'all like losing me, bro. So I think it was all about the balance type shit. Cause we still in the
totally
hood, we still in DC at the end of the day. So
right.
we letting y'all niggas know about knowledge of self. So you could be good while you outside. You don't gotta try and blend in with everybody. You don't gotta do what everybody doing type shit.
That's beautiful. Like, and like learn, and like getting that as a kid is just like there's like there aren't very many things you could give a kid that are like more valuable than just like knowledge of self, and just like you deserve to be here, like know your history,
Yeah,
figure
for
your
sure.
and just like use that to chart whatever path you got. That shit is tight. I love that. Shout out to that, because like it's
Shout out to the folks.
yeah. I had there was this thing in my high school called the Center for Social Justice,
Yeah,
that like they geared all their curriculum around like revolutionaries and counter revolutionaries and like civil rights shit, and like shit that like I just learned about so much that I wouldn't have known if I didn't go down that route. And it was just like really dope. Like I think about that so much, just like about how, like that's why I read the autobiography of Malcolm X. And like, just like teachers were just giving us like, I just learned so much about like our history in particular that I wouldn't have learned if I didn't go there, or at least I wouldn't have learned it until, years later. And like that, like that shit's a blessing. Like it like helped, it just helped me understand so many things so fast. And it was, yeah, like that shit is just, like not exactly the same as what y'all had, but like
I understand.
that shit was so ill. Like,
I understand, bro. It's all the same shit, man. As long as you know what you're doing.
right. And for you, like you're growing up with all this shit around you, but there's also music. And we talked a bit about like you kind of coming up. And there's, I mean, like for people who don't know, like when did music first come into your life? Like when did you first start being like an active? When did it become more than a thing that was just you listening to music? You know,
Mhm. Like what like rapping and shit, super serious.
like not necessarily, just more like growing up and just like hearing music and like liking it more than just
Like instantly.
yeah.
Because I was so sheltered. So anytime I would hear some shit that my parents didn't show me, I was super intrigued and interested, like in the sounds and shit like that. Like I always tell niggas go DJ the first song that I heard like on the radio type shit. And I would never
Yeah.
just them sounds like, you know. But it was so much music in the crib already. I was just fucking around with the turntables. I mean, I was fucking with the music shit. That was my shit. Yeah.
Damn. Like, yeah, nah, I remember you telling me a little bit about Go DJ, which like I
Yeah,
mean like
yeah,
classic fucking Wayne right there.
yeah.
But like
I remember.
what
I was like, what the fuck?
yeah.
On the radio and shit. Yeah.
Yeah. But like what records were like what records were you fucking with in particular? Were there any that like stick out to you right now?
What, when I was a little kid?
Yeah.
Like 3 High and Rising.
Yeah.
I used to love that jump. Uh, I don't know, Muddy Waters, Wu Tang. I don't know, just a whole bunch of shit. My father was like fucked with KRS One heavy, so we had like hella stuff too. Black on Both Sides.
Hmm.
That's probably my favorite jump from back then. Cause I seen that live too. My mother took me to see that live. So yeah, yeah. I call her and ask her right now too. I,
What was that? What was that like? What was that like?
it was lit. That was fire. I remember when they took me to see Wu Tang, and that was fucking scary as shit. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Dude, like they had this little spot where they could like take me at in a venue and shit, and I could chill, have my own little area, and just like watch the concert from
Yeah,
above
yeah.
930 Club in DC and shit. Like, so they'd be like, "Yeah, you good right here?" I'd probably be like 6 or 7 years old. I was like, "Yeah, I'm good." Like, I'll be watching the concert and shit. Like, I would the hella jumps, but Wu Tang, that shit was scary. I was like, "What the fuck? What is this?" Like, whoa, like that
But to get
jump,
stomped out. Like
that jump was wow, bro. Like, yeah.
there was I remember you told me that your mother took you to a Redman concert that
Yeah,
like really that I don't know if it was as scary as the Wu-Tang one, but like like
took me to
tell me
hell.
about the Redman shit. Like
It was fine. It was fine. It was just like the most def shit. It was a good show. Yeah.
did he play How to Roll a Blunt? Because I don't know why that's my favorite Redman song. I don't smoke, but that's my favorite Redman song.
I wouldn't even be able to tell you. I was like probably 9. I know I went to all of concerts when I started like at like 6 to like 12. Like she took me to hella concerts, like all hip hop shit. Some reggae concerts, but like all hip hop shit.
Mhm. And like it's like all this is happening. You got all this live music experience. You got all this.
Right.
You got like whatever you got going on with the movie shit. Before we move
Mhm.
on into like when you started making music, was there ever a period of time where like you consciously realized that music and film like complement one another, like because those two things
Yeah,
just
bro.
go to get
You
yeah.
remember like look, you remember how I told you like I only had like 3 movies in the crib and shit like that?
Yeah.
Like my best friend, he used to always come over, like, and we would be watching them same movies, Princess Mononoke, Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, and the other shit. And he like one day we like he's super bored, like we bored of watching this Princess Mononoke. He like, bruh, turn that shit off. I was like, I'm gonna turn the volume down. Like, so I turned the volume all the way down, right? And then I just start playing like records, like because we had like the little like media station where you got your turntables and the TV and shit. So I played some music and we like we we geeking like shit, like yeah, this shit go together, bro. This shit like a music video or something, like yeah. So
That's hard.
I
What the fuck?
I would never forget that. Like that was like those like little anime music videos that niggas be like yeah, we did that like on accident and was like we were geeking, like we were like this shit tight. He was like, yeah, this shit let's watch it. Like like watching this shit with music playing, like
that's crazy. Do you now
fucking bugged out shit, like.
Yo, so what music was it? That's I gotta know what that was.
We don't even, it was just some rap, it was some rap shit. We was like, this is tight. Okay. Like, this is tight.
That's probably hard, bro.
Yeah, we're probably like 10 years old or something. Yeah. I wonder if you remember that shit, because that's still my best friend to this day. We was like best friends since we was like 4 years old and shit.
Damn.
He has to remember that because we were geeking super hard off that. We're like, yeah, this is tight. Like dead ass, we like always wanted to do that shit. Like yeah. But beyond that memory,
that's such a crazy memory, by the way.
That's wild ass memory. Like that, I would never forget that shit. I was like, yeah, this shit fire. Like, but I don't know. I always had that feeling though, like, cause my favorite movies was like Beat Street and shit. So it was like the music and this shit makes the shit so much better. So, and then The Warriors is another one of my favorite movies. And then every time they like about to fight and shit, you hear like the crazy sounds and shit. You're like, oh shit, like. So I always had that like in the back of my mind. That shit make it more like movies without music is ass.
There's like there's a couple that are cool, but generally like I tend to prefer my movies and music too.
Yeah, you have to have a score. Like it literally makes the shit. It literally makes the movie. Like you don't got no fucking sounds and shit. Like, okay.
The one I could think of where right now where it works. You ever seen No Country for Old Men before?
Yeah, with a crazy motherfucker, like with the little pump gun and shit.
Yeah, that movie doesn't have a score.
Money.
Yeah.
That movie weird though. Like that's like it some weirdo type shit. Like, where's the money? Like, nigga, that bro is weird. Like, yeah, he doesn't deserve music with that motherfucking hair. Nah, I get it, but that's a top notch movie though. I like watching that movie because it's so like wild. Like, yeah.
But either way, like, I definitely prefer my movies with music too. You know, like it's there to, you know, like, but it also helps to think that like, it kind of like puts your emotions on like a track. You know, like it's just like this is how you're supposed to feel right now, and that's great. You know, I was watching what I saw that Brendan Fraser movie, The Whale, where he plays the 600-pound man who doesn't leave his apartment. Yeah, and like I was. It's a wild movie. I don't really think I liked it very much. He's crazy good in it. His performance was fire, but like
nah, bro, he ain't had to do nothing, bro. His ass ain't. You had to do one thing.
Nah, he moved around. There's like that. He did what he needed to do. It's
fucking with you.
Nah, I feel you.
Anybody can do that. All you gotta do is what?
It's but either way, like I only brought it up because like that movie has it has a lot more music than I was expecting. Like the score is just like everywhere, and it just kind of felt like
Like they
cheesy,
got like
kind
big
of.
ass trumpets and shit, some fat.
No, man,
Yeah,
that was it's not that kind of movie. It's not that kind of
sit
movie,
down.
bro.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Stop. Oh
Sorry,
my
man.
god, son.
So-
That's yo. It's not that kind of movie, man. It's a sad movie, bro. It's a sad ass movie. We don't have to get into it, but it's a sad movie. That's funny as hell though. That's sorry. I was never mind. It doesn't matter. But but yeah, bro. Yeah, like music just pushes you through everything, and it makes you feel things, and it's a good time, and like
It makes shit
and
complete.
yeah, it
Yeah.
definitely makes shit complete. And for you, when when did you know that rap was gonna become more than just a hobby for you? Like you were just like in it to win it.
Uh, uh, I don't know for real. Maybe like 2017, 18 type shit. That's when I was like, I take it real serious. Like probably 2017 or 18, like that. Yeah. Cause like I always want to do like a whole bunch of shit. And then like rapping was working. I was like, okay, I'm gonna do this shit first and get it over with. Then I'm gonna do my other shit and then get it over with. Yeah. So I was like 2018 for real. But
Yeah,
I always had the sauce and shit like that. Like, but I'm gonna take it serious for real. Like present the shit in a certain type way, with the sounds and the art and the consistency. 2018, I took it real serious.
it's funny. It's funny you say that because I was listening to Fubu 05 earlier today, and that was about like 2016.
Yeah, I was cooling on that too, bro.
Like,
Like I had dropped so many tapes, like even before that, like by that time, that was the jump that I was like, I'm gonna keep this one up. Like, all right, I was like, this gonna be my like first tape or whatever, quote unquote, like
right, yeah.
right here type shit. But I had dropped so much shit before then. And even after that, I had to I mean, yeah, I just be dropping a lot of shit. Like I like that. It's just like a map of just fire mixtapes. You find some shit, motherfuckers be finding shit I don't even remember. And they'll be like, yeah, you know this one? What the fuck is this? So yeah, I like that shit.
I feel you. Like, and it's like just like listening to Fubu 05 and just kind of seeing that you know, you have like you already said it, you got so much fucking music,
Yeah,
and it and like you jump around between sounds and styles, and you came up on so many different kinds of music. But like to hear Fubu 05 at that point and to see like this is, like you've advanced so much, but like but like there's still so much that I could see. I listen to Fubu 05 and I'm like, oh, this or like I listened to like Chain of Command and like 36 Chambers of Pressure, and I'm like, oh, this is the same dude who made Fubu 05.
yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah.
and that's like obviously you've grown and done a lot, but like that core tenet of like WifiGawd is still in there.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
And
for
just like
sure.
I love that. And like
So the style never wavers. I just do different shit with it.
exactly. And
So,
like when you drop Fubu 05, like when did you or like would it be safe to say that that project was the first time you started like noticing people like fucking with you like that, or
uh,
like what was it like when you first dropped that, and like what was the response like?
nah, it was it was before that. Like I had dropped like just a whole bunch of songs like on like these like working on dime tread beats and shit like that.
Yeah.
Funk beats first, like those was the first jumps I had got popular off. And yeah, I remember when plug beats started, bro. Like, yo,
Damn.
I swear to God, like I remember when like modern day, like this what we call plug, like I remember when those beats first started, and like Mexico Dro, they had like a whole bunch of shit on their SoundClick and YouTube at the
Yeah.
time. And I would rap on a lot of those beats. Then I got popular off a couple of those. And that's what made me like want to make Fubu 05. And then I had found a producer crying. Like my homie was playing his shit in the crib. And I was like, who this? Like some crying. Like I'm like that. Like I'm about to hit him. And then that's how I made that. So it was like like yeah, just SoundCloud shit, honestly, because like motherfuckers was putting out like very good beats like on SoundCloud. And I would hit them up and be like, yo, let's try and make like a little sound together. Like, yeah, that's how I would do that shit all the time. And that's how I made that jump.
That's
Yeah.
hard.
Yeah. All in the
Yo.
crib too. Like I ain't never I ain't never had a studio or nothing. Like we used to record in the crib, everything, like everything for real. I only had like one album that I recorded in the studio, like, and that's fucking Heat Check 2.
Mm.
And you could tell like, cause that Jones sound real like clean, crisp, and I love that sound too. I like the studio sound and I like the DIY sound. So
Yeah.
mm,
Yeah, I guess it just depends on the music for you. Like, and like what was it yeah, like when plug beats, or like what we now know as plug beats, started to like really come up, because like Mexico Dro had everybody in a fucking chokehold at that point. But like
yeah,
what was it about those beats that really caught your ear? Because like you were like a Currency and like a Cuddy fan and like
yeah,
everything else, and then just
just
like,
like
damn.
I mean, I don't know, bro. Like I always like just fire shit. Like I can't even
Yeah, I
explain
feel
it.
it.
Like pride. Like I always like fire shit. I can't even because I rapped on all the hip hop shit initially. And that was like when that's skipping school days, like skipping school days, we rapping on hip hop shit. And then from there I rapped on like Posh God beats and like lofty beats, and then found like just weird shit, bro. I was finding like just the way like crazy shit. And I found plug beats and I was like, damn, these are hard. The bass, I was always going for like the heavy bass, so and the bass was so heavy in those beats and shit. So I was like, I'm fucking with these. And they had the wavy melodies and I could like fuck them up and shit. Yeah.
Hmm. And then when did you start producing? How
Shit
old
like,
were you when you started making beats?
shit like 4 years ago.
Oh, okay. Oh, shit. All right. So you've been rapping for like a minute before you started making beats. Okay.
Yeah. Like I just started making beats for fun. Like type shit. I be on my computer all the time. I already like I was like I can definitely make beats, bro. Like, and then I just made beats. Like I'm trying to tell you, bro. Like, nah, for real, my homies like, yeah, tell you, like I just started making beats, like type shit. Like, I just asked a few people to show me how to make it, and then I was like, okay, I can do that. Yeah.
That's tight. Yeah, like you know what you like, and just being able to make the shit that you like while also kind of working with other people is what
Yeah.
makes that beautiful. And like since you've kind of been like building that up over the course of the last like 4 years, like I always got to ask every rapper producer I talk to, like, does the way that you make beats inspire the way you rap, and like vice versa? Like, do those two things, like, yeah, do those two things inspire each other for you?
But yeah, make beats. Nah, the way I make beats don't inspire the way that I rap, but the way that I rap inspire the way that I make beats.
There it is.
Cause like I don't really use a lot of my shit like that, but I got a whole bunch of shit, and it really go to like most of the homies. Like if my man want to work on a project, I'll try like do whatever I can to make his sound like, or whoever I'm working with, I try and make some shit for them. So yeah, like, but I definitely be having like my rap pattern, like if I would rap on it,
Yeah.
it's probably good type shit. Like, so
Right.
and I can definitely rap on all my beats, but I be like, I be got like my motherfuckers for that. So,
Right.
but I can offer something to the table if I'm in a session or something. Like I could cook up a melody or whatever. I know how to make beats, like whatever need be. You know what I'm saying? So it's just a skill type shit for me.
Right.
So
Um, and like, like you dropped so much music this year. You dropped 5 projects, at least 5 that I know of, and
for
you
real?
produced, yeah, something like that. And you produced like you nice.
That's a lot. And I
Yeah.
produce, I know I produced a couple of those too. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, like, instead of like asking you about like the project specifically, I wanted to focus on a couple of my favorite songs that you dropped because they're just all so fire. Like, and the first one for me that well, this isn't technically from this year. It's it's from a while back, but I wanted to talk about 2020 Hot Boy from Hot as Hell because
Yeah.
that was the first time or like that was like one of the first times where I was like, oh, this dude is crazy.
Yeah.
I still play that shit to this day. I love that song. So
Somebody
like
said that sounds like a dark elf beat.
it does. That's the crazy part. That sounds like some shit that somebody on like Adventure Time would make. Just like I love it. It just works. Like because
Super
like
fire.
half the time, like you're like at least at first I was waiting for the drums to come in, like
Yeah.
in like a different way with like a consistent pattern, and like they just don't. And I love that tension. Like it like
Yeah,
gives the song such like a weird tension.
for
But
sure.
like, talk to me about making 2020 Hot Boy and like what, or yeah, talk to me about 2020 Hot Boy.
Shit. My man made that beat. So who I think is one of the best producers. His name is God.
Yep.
For his shit just like, yeah, his shit crazy, bro. Like, I don't know, like when I'm in rap mode, I could just go crazy on most shit. And he got the unique sound. I got the unique flows and shit. I'm gonna say some crazy shit. So I don't know. It just really worked like that for me. Like when I got like my people that I love to work with, what it's gonna be. Like it's gonna be some fire.
Yeah. And what about another one that came to mind to me while I was listening to the shit earlier was the Spot from Charger to the Game.
Yup.
What
God,
talk
God made that.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Yeah, bro.
spot. I made the spot like a very long time ago. Like I made that song like maybe three years ago.
Hmm.
Like I be having like so much music and I be forgetting like, damn, I gotta drop this shit. So sometimes I go through my computer and just be having gems like, wow, I drop this. And put something together, put some more shit together, drop some. Yeah, like the spot. I like that song. It's just it's just a vibe. It's some cool wavy shit like summertime drop top shit.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, cool shit. I'm saying.
Did did the did all the charges of the game come together like that, or just that one song specifically?
I know that nah. That one song was like that one song, oh, but then, you know, a couple of other them songs, like I made most of them songs like in them like 2-3 weeks type shit. Like that's how I really be like doing my shit. Most of the projects I work on, like, well, except for these new shits. These new shits I've been doing like something different with them. But most of the like mixtapes I already dropped, it'd be, you know, I just lock in and make the shit and then get the artwork and present it and drop it. Yeah.
Right. And like that's what like that right there is kind of what makes a project like Chain of Command so special to me.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's like a, like I could tell there was like a lot of work that went into making that the way it needed to be.
Yeah.
And like there's actually two songs I want to touch on there. I want to touch on Fuck What You Heard. So let's start with that. I want to talk about Fuck What You Heard because like that's maybe one of my favorite songs I heard this entire year. Like like it's just
Let me see which
it's
one.
it
Oh,
just goes, bro. It's like
wait.
the third song I think on there.
Uh, oh yeah. I fuck with that jump.
Yeah.
That jump cool. I got a video for that jump and all that.
Oh, word? Is it out yet? Did I just miss it?
Nah, I ain't never dropped it yet. I fuck
Ah,
with
okay.
that jump though. Like that's like it's hard for me to explain these songs like that. Like that's a whole like subsector of my style and shit. Like when I do beats like that, yeah, it's like my super wavy shit. Like
Hmm.
it's hard to even explain that type shit. But I love beats like that. Foisey made that beat.
Oh, shout out to Foisey. I didn't know Foisey's a monster, bro. What? That's crazy. Wow.
Yeah,
That's nuts.
I got a couple more jumps with them. Like I'm doing a whole project that sound like that. Fuck what you heard, kind of, but like way like crazier. Like it's hard to even explain. But Foisey, yeah, he did that beat. That beat is so fire. And,
Man.
like
Mm.
low key, like I was like I fuck with Foisey beat so much. Like I motherfucking was on his Bandcamp. I heard that joke and I'm like, bro, can I fuck with this beat, bro? And he was like, yeah, you could do that joke. So
Damn.
yeah.
What album is that Foisey beat on?
I can't
Because
even. He got. I already know. I already know. It's a couple of
I'm
them.
I'm gonna go do some digging
Yeah,
later.
you got.
Okay.
Nigga, you gonna find them.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
But like I look at that, and then there's a song like Slide Through that feels like so you don't have any other songs like Slide Through that I've ever heard before. Like you
Slide
fucking
through.
you
Oh
on the
yeah,
fucking
yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, that
No,
like
I do.
like
I do. You just gotta find them.
okay.
You just
See
gotta find 'em.
the
Like you just gotta find them. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's like a handful of the wavy like jumps like that and shit. But you just gotta find them for real, for
yeah.
real.
You said you said like that song is like some Kid Cudi shit.
Yeah,
Like
fuck that nigga Kid Cudi. I'm way better than him. He is lost in the sauce. I'm way better than Kid Cudi, bro. Like I know so many people that would agree with that.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with it basically. Like, yeah, no, you're definitely you're better than modern era Kid Cudi for sure.
I know
Like
what
that
you're talking
that's
about, though. I know, like when I approach shit like that, I know that's what people be like. Oh, he awesome. Like,
yeah, it's just like the hums
that's
and the
what,
melodies. Like it's just like so it's kind of like dreamy and like that in like that
yeah,
day and night kind of sense. I fuck with that. I
yeah,
just like that vibe a lot.
yeah. Me too. I fuck with that shit. Nah, I fuck with that. I'm just fucking with
That's funny as hell.
you.
Um, and then one more before I get to a song that you produced this year. First of the month from 36 Chambers of Pressure.
For the mouth. Oh shit! Yeah. I like
Yeah,
that one. That's
yeah,
shit.
like that whole project's a lot of fun to me.
Yeah.
I was just running the whole thing like not even like an hour ago, but like
My
yeah.
man, my man's Saudi area. I hope I'm saying it right because it's like he from France and shit.
Okay.
He
Because I was gonna
he
ask.
fires funk producer, bro. And I love funk so much, like so. Yeah, he sent me most of them beats. We've been trying to do a tape for a minute, and I just got it together. We finally locked it in. And yeah, we did that jump. And we got like a whole nother part to that jump too and shit. Like,
Man.
yeah,
When y'all first linked?
maybe like 3-4 years ago.
Mm.
Yeah. Probably through like DJ Smokey or something like that. Yeah.
Damn. What was it? What like why was now the right time to do that? Like why after 3-4 years?
Shit. I mean, just cause I be dropping so much and I feel like I had some breathing space to make the music how I wanted it to sound. I don't like doing like bad songs. So I would like once I like have free space and I can make fire, then I can make the shit. So I guess I just had like it was good timing for me for real, for real. Like I could finally make the songs how I wanted to. Yeah. I had
Yeah,
like
you
some
know.
samples in my mind that I wanted him to flip and shit. And he did them perfectly. So I was like, "Bet, this is a go."
Damn, I love that. Like, yeah, because like that's like of all well, I mean like you dropped like at least 5 things this year, and I'm just always big on like a I love it when a rapper and a producer just like lock in together
Yeah,
and just
yeah,
like
yeah.
make something that sounds so
That's
seamless and
my
like
whole that's my whole shit, bro. Like if I work with a producer, like that take a lot for me. That mean I like your sound. Like I like what you're doing with the beats.
yeah.
And that mean we can make a whole tape. And I'm one of them like motherfuckers that can't stop until we got a tape. Like, cause I need to know like if this is the best shit we could have made. And I can't like I feel some type of way knowing that I could have made something better with somebody. So we gotta make a whole shit to really see what we could do, type shit. So and it take a lot for me to like a producer. So
Right.
and when I do, I'll be like, nah, bro, we can go crazy, bro. So that's why I always be like having tapes with like certain producers. So,
Yeah. Yeah, you know, like between Sadieri and fucking your work with Tony Seltzer and
uh,
all the
uh,
shit you've done with God, like yeah, like it's just like you got like you got like a stable of people that you go to,
yeah, for
but it's
sure.
never yeah, just like all 5 of those projects, like none of them sound the same. Like the energy's there, but
Yeah,
like it's not like you could just throw on all 5 and they just
yeah,
like
yeah,
blend
yeah.
together. At least I don't think,
That's what I be
like
trying to do. I just try and make shit different each time
mhm,
from the last shit. But I mean, I definitely got my style. So like you'll see the style, but it'll be placed differently and worked around differently and shit like that. For sure.
right. And then fucking the thing that I've been stuck on for a while is this beat that you gave a Kai solo for Spirit Roman, the song called For a Few.
Yeah,
Um, yo,
yeah.
talk to me about making that beat and talk to me about your relationship with Akai, because I love that song and it's just like you listen to something like For a Few, and I mean like
Yeah,
I'm not surprised that you could do something like that, but it's just like it's like a night and day difference between the type of shit that you would go over. And you were talking earlier
yeah.
about how like you got shit that you don't necessarily like you have it in. Talk to me about making For a Few, because that shit goes hard.
I mean, I just love sampling for real, for real. Like the way I make beats, like I usually start with my drums. So I'll just put like some normal drums and shit and just fuck around with samples. Like I'm a dig for some samples that's like rare and shit. Just try and get good sounds. Yeah, like that's all I be doing, bro. Like I just be sampling like crazy. And that was one of them jumps, yeah. And then he was fucking with it. And he smoked that jump. So
Oh yeah, you
yeah.
sent it to him.
Yeah.
How did he get that?
I mean, I be sending him beats like frequently. Like I said, I just be sending the homies beats and shit. Like,
Yeah.
cause I mean, I'll make beats and then I'll just send them. Like, I'm not like one of them motherfuckers that be like weird with this shit. Like, I'll make a beat and send it out like right after I made this shit. Like, yo, you fucking with this? Like I just ask people like, do you fuck with this? Yeah, like motherfuckers be like, yeah, I fuck with this one. And you know, I might send a variety and I don't give a fuck if you fuck with one of them. Like, that's cool. Cause I'm a rap nigga too. I know how it be. Like,
Yeah.
beats is weird, bro. Like, so I don't give a fuck if you don't rap on it. And but I do give a fuck if you do rap on it. I'd be like, that's fine. So yeah, I don't really got no pride with like sending beats out or nothing like that. Like, you know, cause I like to collab with people sometimes without rapping. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I could tell. And like, you know, like what was the last beat or like patch of beats that you sent to somebody that they sent you your shit back and you were just like, God damn.
Shit.
Like
Shit. I mean, a couple people. I mean, my man Swan for real. I'm working on his second album. I did
hard.
his show this year. Working on his second shit. Raheem. Anytime I send him beats, he go fucking crazy. Like, we're
Yeah.
like, fuck. Yeah.
Shout out to Raheem, by the way. He's fire.
Yeah. Just homies from DC, honestly. That's who get majority of my beats are my friends. Yep.
Right. Damn. And I'm happy. And yeah, I'm happy. I'm happy you brought that up because, you know,
Mm-hmm.
like DC is there's there like I feel like we talked about this before, but there's so many different kinds of music obviously coming at DC, but like
Yeah.
rap specifically, you know, like none of y'all sound the same.
No.
And it's just like
Yeah.
it's just like a feeling coming out of DC. So like what do you feel is like what's in the water down there? Like what does y'all rap community have or like what do you think that y'all have that nobody else does? Like what makes DC rap to you?
Shit. Shit. I don't even know, nigga. We always been like on our own shit. So if you truly from DC, like the real DC, which like a lot of the DC rappers, like we really from the real DC, like
Mm,
that mean like you don't really give a fuck about like no other place influence. Like we are very original. We really fuck with our shit. So we don't want to dick ride nobody. That's not so that's why everybody be on their own shit. Like so yeah, that's just how it is. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah. It's
everybody
just tight.
original, like don't nobody want dick ride.
I don't know. There's just something in the water down there that y'all got going on that I really love. You know, like I'm not gonna sit here and name a dozen names, but like you know, just like between like you and fucking like Uncle John and just like fucking man, my brain is all over the place right now. I'm trying to think of other names, but like there's just like hella fucking DC cats that I fuck with, and I love to see you know, and then you know like you go over to actually no, never mind. My brain's failing me, but y'all tight. Y'all got good shit,
We
and I
down.
appreciate it.
We on it.
You know, like
We some of the coldest out, bro.
yeah, man. And like you in particular, the thing that really gets me about your music is that, you know, we've been talking a lot about all the different shit that you grew up listening to, like within rap specifically. Like, of course, there's like everything, but like your music, like I think a lot about like genre blending and
Yeah,
like how that's kind of become like so normal. You know, like you'll see people whose music like sits right in the center of like it'll be like some rap shit, some rock shit. Like if you're from DC, maybe somebody will throw in a little go-go just because, you know, like that type shit. But like it's
yeah,
like people who are working with like six or seven different like separate genres and make it their own. But you work within like six or seven different like types of rap and like
yeah,
make that you know, which is like, which to me is something that not enough people do. Like, you know, like outside of the music, there are plenty of people I know within like our shared network of people who like fuck with everything going on, not just like the more like traditional shit, you know, like, but like but like when it comes to the music, there are so few people who like mix every different kind of rap together and like make something like
Yeah.
unique and interesting out of it.
I
And
mean,
like,
I don't look at no like, I don't look at it differently though. Like it's all rap
right.
to me.
See,
To me,
that's what I was gonna ask you.
like a
Yeah.
lot of people will be like stressed out, like it's rap. At the end of the day, I don't give a fuck if it's Migos or if it's Raekwon. They both rapping. What the fuck?
Right.
It's rap. So
That's yeah.
like that. I mean, that's just how I feel about it. So that's how I can approach beats, so to say, with the mind state of it's just rap. So like, I'm not gonna waver style or nothing like that. It don't really matter the beat, but I gotta like the beat though. But if I
Right.
like the beat, I can do shit. So it don't really matter what type of beat it is as long as it's some rap shit. Let's go.
Right. Nah, that's exactly nah, I was gonna ask exactly that because like that's what it is. It's all rap, you know, like that's like something I've been telling myself for a long time is just like this rap shit is a this rap shit's a circle. You know,
Yeah.
like people talk about rap like it's a spectrum. It's not a spectrum. It's not like a oh, this is one end and oh, this is the other end. This shit is a circle that feeds back into itself. You know, like you could fuck with a Kai Solo, you could fuck with Uncle John, you could fuck with fucking Tay Dog, you could fuck with fucking the Migos, you could fuck with whoever, you could fuck with all the Jersey club and drill shit that's happening up here. It's all fucking. You can fuck with Glorilla. You can fuck with Cardi. You can fuck with all of them. It's all rap music.
What I
Like,
do say is it's all about your taste as well.
oh yeah, that too, definitely, yeah.
That'll probably be the main thing is like if you have good taste, then you could probably make some good shit, but motherfuckers don't be having good taste and you could tell by the beats that they use, like, oh,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and you're like, motherfucker, you're in a box, like you're in a fucking box.
And the thing is, you can't teach taste. Like taste isn't something that you can like learn. You know you can't have the big homie tell you like what good taste is. You know, like it's just something that you just like have to like figure out for yourself. You know, like you can't learn how to pick good songs.
I mean, but
Like
it is a learned behavior though, because look, you gotta grow up in a certain environment to have taste. Like whatever you seeing while you're growing up, that's how you develop your taste. So I mean, it
that's
do
facts.
in a sense come from the big homies. Like it come from like going to school and like niggas cooking the fuck out you because like your shoes fucked up. You gonna learn and not wear them motherfuckers. So, I mean, that's how you get chases like through life for sure. But
Yeah.
if you not living a tasteful life, then I mean, like whatever, nigga, your shit is lame. Like
Yeah. You
just whack.
see,
Like, yeah.
nah, I appreciate the way you put that. Cause like,
Yeah.
I'm just like, I think I might have just explained myself wrong, but like you're so right about like, you know, just like all the outside influence that you get is like, yeah, like that influences your taste. But like,
Like
but
that will literally influence how you rap. Like how you
right.
live your life is that as probably how you rap, bro.
And you know, like it's like on you about how you apply it
Yeah.
too, you know, like it's just like, cause you could even look at like, you could look at somebody who like favorite rapper was like Bow Wow growing up. And like Bow Wow's great, you know, like Bow Wow was my first favorite rapper. Like, let me just put that out there, you know, like, and you know, like I'm here now type shit, you know. So like, it's. I don't even say that to say that he's bad or nothing, but like people look at him, people like his the
And
like
motherfuckers be looking like how they rap too, bro.
that's a fact. That's a fact.
Like Mo, a guy look like how he rap.
Yeah.
Look like how they motherfucking rap, bro.
Yeah.
Like, or the
And it
cut.
just works, you know, like him in particular, like it works. I love Akai. That's the homie, you know.
Nah, I'm fucking with. Yeah, for real though. Nigga, you gotta just have chase, bro. Once you got a chase, man, for sure. You can do whatever
Yeah,
with the shit. I mean, not just rap though. Like that go to like everything. Like,
yeah.
for shit.
You can't you can't buy taste. Like
Mm-mm.
taste isn't something that you could buy in a store. Like you could buy something, you could buy fire clothing, but if you don't know how to wear it, like you can't buy that. Like you can't buy style, you can't buy swag, you can't buy taste. You know,
That is a fact. That is a definite.
like, and like, yo, it's like I don't know. This is a good ass year for music. This is a good ass year for music. Like,
Yeah.
and I'm it's been so beautiful to see so many people with such good taste like yourself and people around you and people around us just kind of just putting on I don't know, like considering that shit's rough right now, it's just good to have that to kind of fall back on, like like this shit keeps me going. So like, but to wrap this all up, WifiGawd, if your life was a movie, what would it be about?
The Hero. Nah, my life would be this movie called The Hero.
Yeah. What's the hero?
It's like it's Jet Li hardest movie, bro.
Oh shit, no. I know what it is, but say anyway. Say
You
anyway.
seen The Hero?
Yeah, I seen the hero. It took me a
That's
second.
what it is, bro. Cinematic, action packed, beautiful, lavish, action packed, nigga. Fuck,
Stop.
real shit, bro. Nah, my shit, my movie, that's my life, bro. The Hero, bro.
Damn.
And
See, I got fucked up because you called it the hero and it's just called Hero, and I was like, wait a
all
minute.
it's
It
called,
doesn't.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's the same shit. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. It
Yeah.
doesn't. It doesn't matter. It was
Real
yeah.
life having battles with niggas in his mind and shit. Like, yeah, that's him.
Yo.
That's my favorite shit right there.
Oh, for sure. Nah, man. Oh man, I haven't seen this movie this movie's 20 years old, bro. It just turned 20 this year. I'm looking at the thing right now. Like
Yeah,
that's a classic. Damn, I haven't seen this movie in so long. Man, what's it called? Jet Li doesn't really make movies like that anymore. He's been cooling for like a while.
yeah, legend. He like we got new legends now. You know what I'm saying? We
Right.
got Tony Jaa, we got Donnie Yen. Even
Yeah.
though Donnie Yen is in that movie, but
Yeah, he
Donnie
is.
Yen is in endless kung fu class. I mean, he's the original Iron Monkey. I don't even want to get
Right.
on this track to start talking about this kung fu shit, but
Nah, we can if you want.
nah. We got new legends. Shout out to Tony Jaa.
Yeah, no, yeah, no, shout out to Tony Jaa for real. Shout out to oh no, since we're on the martial arts shit, you ever see the Raid movies? Either they're these Indonesian joints. It's
What
they're called the Raid. There's two of them. There's the Raid. It's got like a subtitle, but there's like the Raid and the Raid 2, and it's not kung fu. It's like it's the Indonesian it's called Pencak Silat. That's what it's called.
I don't know if I seen them Jones. You might have just but go see them Jones, brother. Right?
Bro, there's two of them, and there's the first one. It's about like this group of cops who are trying to raid a fucking it's like it's like a bust down apartment building, and like there's like a bunch of like drug lords in it,
Oh, this shit
and like
looks sweet.
it's crazy, like some of the
This
most
shit looks sweet.
brutal.
This shit.
That's it. That's exactly it, yo.
This
That
shit
shit
looks
is
sweet.
so crazy. Like there's
Nah,
that one, and then all I'm gonna say is I can't remember the last.
oh nah, fuck with bruh. In this job, Tony John is job.
Is he? Wait a minute. No way. Did I forget that? I might have. I might have just.
No, hold on.
Um.
Hold on. Oh nah, I fuck with this nigga. It's a different nigga, bro. I fuck with this
Yeah.
nigga though. Yeah.
Yo, he was in he was in some Marvel movie or something recently too. The main guy from the raid. He was in he was on Wu Assassins. If you watch Wu Assassins on
I watched
Netflix,
Blue Assassins. That's why I was like, I know this nigga, bro. I watched
yeah,
Blue
bro.
Assassins. I'm a wild nigga, bro. I watched. Yeah, I did. I ain't gonna
but
lie.
but yo, I'm gonna tell you, go watch. It's the Raid and the Raid 2, like the most brutal shit I've seen in my life. Like there's a fight scene at the end of the Raid 2 that happens in like a kitchen, and
Yeah.
it's like 20 minutes of just like these like they beat each other to hamburger, bro. I've never seen nothing like it in my life. It's
I'm gonna pick
crazy.
that joke, bro. That sound like some
Yeah.
crazy shit.
Yeah, no, you would love them both. Like
I
if you're a
already
martial arts
know.
head, though, that's your shit.
The
That's your
joke
shit right
already.
there.
I'm already locked in with these.
Oh man, now you gotta let me know what you think of the Raid movies because them
I'm gonna
shits
let
are
you know. You about to go
please.
watch that wild ass Sticky Fingers movie, and I'll
Yeah,
watch the Raid.
yo, yeah, nah, man, we're trading. We're trading today. That's my gift to you for the
For
holidays and
sure,
for
for
everybody
sure.
else. But son, thank you so much. Like
Definitely appreciate it,
this
bro.
was Nah, absolutely. Yeah, like this is, you're like I've been a fan for a minute. And like you dropped so much great music this year, and like it's hard to drop music and like as much as you do and have it be good.
Yeah,
And like have it be different and have it be good. And like
I
your shit
definitely
cranks.
appreciate you, Brody.
And yeah, nah, and yeah, like this is a special time. This is like the season's over. It's the season
Yeah,
finale,
yeah.
y'all. We made it to the end.
So this
So
is about to start over for me. Yeah,
hell yeah. Yo. Thanks for listening. Shout out to y'all for making it this far. And shout out to all the black people listening too, because y'all really impeccable. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and tell a friend to come through next time. 1.